everyone, it's been a while. I hope you've all been well. Today's video is a compilation of clips that I got from my move across the country. In June of 2021, my family and I packed our house, our cars, and our 3 dogs in Seattle, Washington and headed to Indianapolis, Indiana. We started our journey off at 5 a.m. at a gas station near Seattle, Washington. Here we are going over the I-90 floating bridge near Mercer Island and heading into some of our last views of home before crossing into Idaho. We made our first stop around noon at a truck stop in Spokane, Washington so that we could refuel both ourselves and our vehicles. We hit the road once again and it was my turn to drive, which is why I wasn't able to get many clips of the amazing scenery in Idaho. My mom and I had bought an inflatable air mattress for the backseat of her Toyota, which proved to be one of our best purchases ever. After driving us through Idaho and into Montana, I switched seats with my mom and took a nap in the back. I woke up just in time to watch the sunset as we passed through parts of Yellowstone National Park. With each mile, I began to notice the apparent lack of evergreen trees and rain that I was so accustomed to. We swapped drivers and passengers, and now I was with my grandpa in the rental truck. We planned to drive as far into Montana as we could before the daylight faded away and we were forced to stop for the night. We stopped to stretch our legs before driving another 100 miles into Billings, Montana, where we got dinner and slept. We were able to get a few hours of sleep in before getting ready to hit the road around 4 a.m. Here I am taking my dogs on a short walk around the hotel so that they could stretch their legs before we got in the car again. We drove from our hotel in Billings, Montana to Buffalo, Wyoming, where we switched drivers once again. We continued driving on I-90 East through Wyoming and eventually into South Dakota, stopping periodically to walk our dogs and refuel. We had made it halfway through South Dakota when we began experiencing some issues with our rental truck. We were left stranded at a rest stop for nearly 4 hours while waiting for a mechanic to come fix the issue. Although this delay had set back our progress, we were glad that we caught the problem before it became a safety hazard. Soon enough, we were back on the road, making our way through South Dakota and towards Iowa. Here is a short clip of the Missouri River as we passed over it, as well as a clip of some windmills that I saw while watching the sunset through the passenger seat as we left South Dakota. We stopped by a Taco Bell for dinner before calling it a night at a hotel in Sioux City. The Taco Bell actually ended up being just outside the Iowa-Nebraska border, so I can now say that I went to another state just to eat Taco Bell. We began the third and final day of our trip bright and early at 4:30 a.m. at a gas station in Sioux City. The lack of sleep was definitely catching up to us, but our goal today was to reach our destination by 6 p.m. We watched the sunrise in Iowa before making it into Illinois by noon. By now, our driver's fatigue was at an all-time high and I had never been more excited to see a road sign. Here is a clip of the Mississippi River as we passed above it at around 1 p.m. We took a final break to stretch our legs before driving the last few miles into Indianapolis. The night that we arrived in Indianapolis, we were welcomed by the skies with an amazing lightning and thunderstorm, followed by heavy rain, which made us feel right at home. Thank you all so much for coming with me on my move from Washington to Indiana. I hope that you all enjoyed this new voiceover style. I may or may not be making an unpacking or room/house tour video soon, so stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching, and bye!